It's these superhero type people. They got these powers. I'm not even gonna tell you how, but they got these powers. So they got, of course, with power, there's some type of struggle, right? It's got to be some type of thing going on. Why they even need powers in the first place? What they doing with their powers? And this is pretty much what this show goes into. Just like Superman, who had these powers, but he couldn't figure out that the world was racist. That was just that just wasn't a thing. But anyway, uh, so they go on about their lives as if everything was a-okay that way, but they wanted to put out these other small fires and terrorist groups for whatever reason. But at the same time, they was being hunted in a matter of speaking because they know that they was unjustified in other ways. And free Dodger racism, of course, the people who hunt them going to be what they call white, um, for the most part, right? But they did. It wasn't like a all out racist show. But every time I think of Powers, I always be like, hold on, how you not gonna address the most deadliest religion on the planet that has what has grown into the deadliest religion on the planet, which is racism? Well, is it capitalism or the entire now? Is it? I mean, classism, not capitalism, classism, or is that they might be in a tie? Oh yeah, it was still a good show. Don't get me wrong. Um, I mean, if you can get past that stuff, of course, it's a decent show, and they don't like. I mean, it's diversity. It's a lot of diversity on there. I mean, it's to say it's a decent amount of diversity on there. Um, of course, I'm biased to why they would have another Superman type of deal when they already got Superman. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. So basically, this is kind of like took after the idea of Brightburn, where the dude that got powers is not all that sanctified, as I so to speak, right? So he kind of loony, crazy, and that's what kind of kick off the whole thing because he got followers and he's sending them out on little missions, and like I said, there's other people trying to do them in, and they get into a whole thing, and then they got like they got some love twists or things in there. Um, but from what I've seen, it never got heavy with the sexual content. It wasn't overbearing or anything like that. It was more humorous for the most parts, than not. That's I guess I would credit that to the genius of the whole series is that most of the time when sex was a part of the show, it was humorous. It was some type of. It wasn't just like ooh baby type, you know. So it was kind of like it was entertaining. That's what I mean. It was entertaining. So that's it in a nutshell. That's the boys in a nutshell. You're gonna get action. You're gonna get surprised. You're gonna get. I say go into the boys without knowing too much about it. Like I say, in almost all of the best stuff you ever go watch in your life is the stuff that you know little about, and you go there and you be shocked by what you got that shock value, that shock effect. Like when I went to see Pulp Fiction, I had no idea what it was going to be about. Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction, and it turned out to be one of the most twisted but gritty, raw movies I ever seen in my life. I never want to see it again because of some of the stuff that's in that movie. But I mean, I want to see parts of it. But I don't. It's the reason why I say that is not because it's not a classic, not because it's not a good movie. It's just that some of the stuff in that movie you only need to see one time, and that's it. you don't never want to see this stuff again. You know, it's like, yo, I don't even think I needed to see it that time. I think they could have just grazed over that part with a story, in my opinion. But I don't know. I don't know. It was really good. So, but now I'm talking about Quentin Tarantino productions, which I gotta say I don't believe I ever seen a bad Quentin Tarantino production. Like all of his movies was worth watching in my opinion. I I haven't seen. I think it's one I haven't seen though that I heard he produced and I just didn't care to see it. But the ones that I have seen were decent. Oh, matter of fact, I had an issue with Django. I had I had big issues with Django, but I have big issues with any movie, especially when it's a big name, going back in the past when they can make a movie about the future if they really so-called cared about our group and our people. To me, that's a backstabbing type of way to say Jay-Z song. You're still a N word. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like that's just how I feel about it. I don't care about what nobody else think about it. That's how I feel about it. I'm not trying to change nobody's mind or anything. I'm just sharing my, what led me to this thought. And you wanted me to be open about it, so that's what that's where I went with it. Anyway, back to the movies. Back to the boys recap. I mean, you can cut that part if you want to. I don't care if you put it on or not. It's up to you. Um, but yeah, I'll say definitely see this. Definitely see anybody over what is it, 18, whatever the recommended age. I think which should be up there. Like, this is not for the weak or the people who gonna throw up their meals and all this stuff at the sight of blood. Trust me, it is not that. It is not that. Uh, but the boys going to I can't remember who it was. I think it was series one, then it was series two, and then it went into the college. Like the third one was like the might as well have been called the girls because they was mostly girls. I think it was like I don't think either. Like it, when I think about it, when I'm really thinking about it, the masculinity scenes. Just they all like all I can remember being the more masculine of the series is these couple of people, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It doesn't really take from the other worlds, but they never like put them up there long enough for you to realize, oh, these dudes, you don't play with these. They made them look kind of weak in a way, everybody else, and that's how I seen it. That's how I see it. And this is one that I wouldn't mind watching again. I'll put it to you like that. It's that trippy. It has that many turns. It has that many things that make you wonder what's next, right? It's really that trippy because you just don't know what they're gonna do. It's a very unpredictable series. Like I wouldn't have been surprised if they would have murdered the Homelander himself. Like I was still like, are they gonna kill this dude? Like this is how unpredictable this is because it's just you just don't know, right? And that which is a good thing, which is because it makes it doesn't it takes that bore out of it, you know. It makes